having explicit information available over assumed information that comes from informal networks does a lot to combat entrenched biases or the gender pay gap. Because salary transparency doesn't necessarily help with salary negotiation. So having explicit policies surrounding what is available online, I think really helps to set an equal playing field for folks, especially for women that aren't, I think, socialized to think about salary negotiation, aren't necessarily socialized to think about their worth in terms of pay, are socialized to think that they might be asking for too much, or being okay with too little. Again, it's something that really, aims to address those issues at the root, but is really only the first step in actual gender equity within especially technical fields like data science and artificial intelligence.
We reach a phase where there's a high cost of living. So when a company or organization that is hiring workers, they need to pay these workers to do the work. Different countries have different kind of way to perform for the economy. That means if there's no benchmark for each country of how much a personnel for a position pay, then how does this person needs to survive on the daily basis with the high cost of living?
I think that if you are applying to something, you sort of have an expectation that it will be worth your while in a sense, because applying for a job does take a lot of time out of us, right? You have to think about revising how you present yourself, preparing a letter of motivation, for instance, preparing for an interview. So if you go through all those steps and at the end of the day it's not a good pay, you might not want it, and you might have taken a different direction regarding your time and dedication and try to apply for another job. So I do think that pay transparency would level more the field on how to prioritize our time. And I think this is for everyone in adult life. We lack time to do everything that we want and need.
I think that we've seen organizations invest a lot in diversity and inclusion. There's been a lot of talk around it. And for me, this is it's not easy. I don't want to say it's easy, but this is a straightforward way that we've seen that organizations can do this, right? Like, this is something that is there's growing evidence around it, and you can make progressive policy choices in your company, in your organization, in order to close the gender gap. So why not at this point?